Hello friends, my name is Akshay and you're watching Devotional Study. So in this part, this is going to be the last part of this series where we are going to cover the delete operation as we have already covered create, read and update operation in the previous videos, right? So without wasting time, let's get back to business. So as you can see here, we have the stable ready, right, where we are managing the data. Here we have successfully created the create operation, read, we are able to read, and we are able to edit as well, right? So as you can see, we have two delete buttons. One is each for each row. We have different buttons, and one is a generic button what we have. So with by using the generic button, we are deleting all the data, and by using the the custom buttons for each row what we have, right? So we are going to delete only that particular row's data. Okay, we're not deleting all the data at once. Okay, so let's create, so we'll be creating a model for this action button as well. So similarly, what we did for the edit button here, edit employee, we need to create the data, the model for delete as well. So we'll be using this delete ID, the delete class in order to create the action. All right. So let's copy this thing and we'll just change the name of the class here, and we need to create the model. Okay, so we just need to delete use the delete class here. Let's confirm it once again. Yeah, we're good. So we are using the delete class in order to create the action, right? So let's check whether this action is working or not. I'll just use the test again, and we'll go back to the website and just refresh the page. Let's see whether the actions work. Okay, it works. It works, right? So first of all, we need to make sure that we are differentiating in all the rows, right? Amongst all the rows. So for that, we are using the employee data emp ID attribute, right? So we can use this attribute in order to pick the value of that particular rows, so that we can differentiate, right? So let's create the same emp id underscore id for this action, and we can get the data using the data attribute. So attr, and then we can use the data emp id. All right, so here you can see I got the ID for that particular row, for that particular action. So what we need to do, we need to, first of all, create a model. So I'll just use the reference again so that I can pick all the values from using that employee ID here. All right, I can pick the values. So I'll use the once method again, and for each value, and we'll trigger using the function here. We can call it emp as we were calling the same for it. All right, let's go back to the static HTML what we have for delete model. So this is the delete model, uh, so this is for each and every field, each and every row. This is a different model and this is the different model. So here we have a generic model. We are deleting all the data. So we'll cover this part later. So first of all, let's see. So this is the model's ID what we have. So we have header, body and footer. Similarly, what we did in the previous section, we need to do the same. So first we need to get the title here. So let's add the model header. Okay, I'll just add the model header equals, we'll initialize it, and then in the next row we're going to add the model header. All right, so we just add the h4 here in between these two fields, right? And we we'll just remove this thing. Okay, let's do one thing. Let's make it easy. So I'll just quickly copy this thing. Okay, we'll paste it out in. All right, here what we need to do, we need to just change the data, right? All right, so in the next line, in the model header, let's see what we have in the static HTML. So this is the button what we have, right? let's call it out. It's a close button, so don't need to edit anything in between these two quotation in these two single quotes. Right now we need to create the data model body. All right, so model body, what we are going to create now, and let's see, in the model body, okay, let's use the body here, and we are going to use what, let's check the static body part. So here what we have, a generic message. Oh, I'm sorry, let's copy this out. We are not going to edit this part. All right, so we go back to the next line, and okay, equals. Okay, so in the next line what we have a text. Okay, this is going to be similar to, you're not going to change this either. So we'll just paste it out. Okay, and in the next section we need to create a footer. So model underscore footer. Okay, and in the footer we'll just plus equals to, let's see what we get. So in the footer we have the button here. Oh, it's a generic one, so we're not going to change this either. All right, so this we have got. Let's copy this out. We need to type again and again. So here we again going to add one more button, which is a submit button. Okay, we're going to add a submit button. All right, so let's add the submit button here, and the last thing what we're going to do, in the submit button we need to bind one action, so that we can delete the employee's data. So what we did in the last for the edit action here, you can see we have created the same thing, right? We have added the employee data the data employee attribute, right? And we have binded the update employee data action. So we need to do the same thing here as well. Right, so we just add it here, copy paste, and then the class. So what class we can do, we can use the delete employee data class. Okay, so we'll just add the class here, delete um, emp data, right? So we need to bind the action. So before we bind the action, let's check out our model, how it looks like. So we'll click on the delete action. Okay, it's not populating. Okay, sorry, we missed one part. So we need to use this structure, right? So we'll copy this, and because we need to complete the model footer, all right, we need to use the semicolon here. We need to change the ID of this model. So we need to change the ID here, 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 and okay, here. Let's check out now. Let's reload the page, and let's have a look what we get. Okay, okay. There's some issue I feel. Okay, there's some data path is there's some issue with the path and 132 line at 132, 132, 132. Okay, here. Okay, employee. Okay, we are not getting the data here. There's some issue. Okay, there's some issue with the path. Must not be emptied. Okay, from where we are getting the delete, right? Let's go back to the delete class. Okay, here I guess with this there's some issue because of these backslashes, I guess. Okay, let's see this time it works or not. Okay, now it's working. You can see we are getting the delete button here, right? We're getting this action cannot be undone. Are you sure you want to delete this record? So these record you can edit it to this record, all right, because it's one specific record of what we are deleting. So this record, all right. So similarly, I guess there would be some issue with this if we are going to use this. All right. Okay, this we need to use him. Okay, dot. Oh, I'm sorry. Should not be used. Sorry. All right. So this is what we get, right? Now we need to perform the action based on the delete event here. So we need to again use the same thing. We'll just copy this, paste it here, and we'll just close this action. We'll use this class now to bind the event. Okay, and now what we are going to do, we are going to just simply delete the data. Nothing fancy we are going to do. So what we need to do, we need to go to the specific path and delete the data. All right, so first of all we need to get the ID. So we will use the same line here. All right, so that we can get the ID using the data attribute, and we need to go to the reference of the field, so child and employee ID dot. Now we need to use the remove method. So in the remove method, what we'll just delete this particular ID. That's it. And similarly, we need to update the DOM. So in order to update the DOM, we'll just add remove method. So whatever data it would be there, it will be deleted. So we can use the ID, right? So the ID would be the employee ID, EMP ID, right? So the data will be deleted from the table as well as from the DOM. So let's check it out. So we'll just reload the page one more time, and after we reload the page, let's see what happens. So we'll click on the first record and we'll click on delete. So you can see, okay, all right, right, we are good. So it didn't get refreshed though. The data is deleted from the table. Let's delete one more data. Let's check it out. What happens? Okay, the data is getting refreshed. Okay, do we get any error? No, we don't get any. We don't see any error. So basically, the page is not getting refreshed. We are getting the data, and we don't have to refresh the page. So that's how it works, right? So there's nothing wrong here for so far. All right. Now, as I said, we have deleted one specific row. Let's add one more field here. Let's give test user. Okay, so what I'll show this time, I'll show you we'll delete all the data using a single action. Okay, um, so that you can see how we can so you can see like we have two rows here, we have two fields here. Now we'll delete both the fields using a single click event, right? So need to bind the event to this button. So I'll go back to the code, we'll go back to the static HTML. Here we have this delete model button. So we have this class here. We have assigned the delete buttons class because if you go back to the view, we have this delete button, right? So we need to bind the delete buttons action. So this is the class what I have assigned, and we need to use in a similar way. So I'll just copy this thing and we'll paste it down, and we'll use the class one more time, right? And while using class, we just need to make sure we're not using this. I mean, this is not required anymore because we are not going to delete one specific row. We are going to delete all the all the data, right? So we can just simply ignore this part. All right. And we just need to use the data without use the reference without using this child, right? Because we're going to remove the data itself. So when we do that, so we don't need to use the employee ID, I said. So what we're going to use, we're going to use the employee table itself, right? So the ID of the table is let's check it out. I don't remember actually. So let's check it out. So this is the ID of the table, table one, Okay, this is the data what we are going to delete, not the header one, because this is the static data. We don't need to delete the static data. We delete the dynamic one. So let's just delete the dynamic one. So that is the EMP table. All right, we use the remove command here. Let's save it out and let's go back to the website, the page, and we get the data here. So I'll just click on the delete button. Yes, we are going to delete all the records. So we have deleted the data. You can see the data has been removed from the web page as well as from the table itself, right? So that's how we create the complete CRUD operation in real time with the database, right? I hope you have liked the video. If you have liked the video, please do subscribe to my channel if you're new to the channel, and in order to see the new upcoming videos, please do press the bell icon. And if you have any question regarding this tutorial, you can post your comments in the comment box, and if you need the code, I'll put down the link in the description section. You can go there and download the code. So I'll see you in the next tutorial, guys, with the new operation, with the new something new we'll be covering up in the next tutorial. So I'll see you in the next tutorial, guys. Bye bye. You have a great day and keep coding.